Alrighty, time for a big showdown with the Hungarians for our Genghis Khan finale. I have Pax Mongolica. Used to be Pax Mongolia.
Only one power stands in our way. France and the kingdoms beyond are beaten from decades of crusades. If we break Eastern Europe, then it is likely that all of Western Europe will surrender. But to break the East,
Ambitious.
we must defeat Hungary. Hungary possesses the most formidable cavalry in all of Europe. They have not only the strength of European armor, but their horses are cousins to our own, having drifted in from across the Russian steppes.
Remember Hamfol Glalash?
The Sojo River that separates us from the army of Hungary is frozen, so we will be unable to deploy boats. Instead, the battle will be won or lost over who controls the bridge. Subotai is coming with reinforcements. If we can survive the
I wonder
charge
how
of
many minutes he is
Hungarian
away.
knights until Subotai arrives, then we can hope to take the bridge. Much rests on this simple bridge. If we capture the Sojo crossing, we capture Hungary. If Hungary falls, so falls Europe. With Europe and Asia under Mongol control, our conquest of the world will be complete and final.
You're missing a few continents there. Like 5. Anyway, destroy all Hungarian town centers and castles. Survive until Subotai's reinforcements arrive. Ogadai Khan is restricted to a pop limit of 125. Use your saboteurs wisely, you cannot train anymore. Onagers and trebs can flatten forests, and it is impossible to build ships due to the ice on the Sojo River. And this is one of the very few scenarios outside of William Wallace where you only have 2 players. I actually can't think of any others. Maybe I'm missing something, but like almost all of them have at least 3, 4. Anyway, Hungary is to the south, and they have a big old army of everything Magyar.
Lord Ogadai, we must hold off the Hungarians until Subotai arrives. He will be here in 40 minutes.
Will he now? So there is a achievement in the scenario to win before Subotai arrives. Normally, I don't do the time-based. As I was saying, normally I don't do the time-based achievements because I want to give you guys the full experience. But this one we might just sort of incidentally do because I can't... Like, I'm not going to just, like, sit around and wait when I could just instantly win, or just, like, you know... I'm not just going to mill around and do nothing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Waiting for Subotai. And usually I would be able to beat the scenario before he arrives. But I'll explain to you guys what happens, or at least what happened in Age of Conquerors, Age of Kings. But yeah, big change from AOC. Your opponent Civ, it's Magyars. Duh. It's just one of those things where they use Teutons because that's what they had available to them. They didn't have Magyars back then. But it's like super obvious that it should be Magyars. And it is. So that makes things a little bit different. You don't have to contend with Teutonic Knights, but you do have to contend with Magyar Hussars. And Paladins that have Husbandry. I forget if they make Cav Archers or not. But their siege isn't as good. Also, look at this cool little destroyed town that the devs made. This wasn't here in Age of Kings. Get a 3rd TC. But yeah, we do start an Imperial Age in this one, so the build-up is a bit faster, which is nice. Anyway, here's the Sojo River Bridge. But yeah, they do start with way more than you. And if you don't use your Suboteurs, Saboteurs well, their first wave first few waves of attacks can be pretty tricky to defend. But we will theoretically use our Saboteur as well. Theoretically. But again, game plan, Mangudai, Siege. You guys know the drill? Oh boy. My jokes are gonna get me killed one day. Take these deer. Back in Age of Kings, fun fact, there used to only be one charge voice line, and it was shared between Shalom in Joan of Arc 4, the Tripoli Guards in Saladin 5, and the Hungarians just now in Genghis Khan 6. But it was like a British, it was like a fake British accent, like they made it for Joan of Arc, but then they just reused it for the other campaigns. If you go back in old AOC or HD and listen to those sound files, you'll hear that they're the same. It's pretty obvious. Anyway, where's the big clump of units I can blow up? Ah, here it is. Magyar Hussars look cool. That was actually less impressive than I would hope. Oops, let's not let them get super good scorpion shots. Also, the bridge is now double wide, as you can see. That was visually spectacular, which I was looking for. We only used, what, 2 of our saboteurs? Anyway, when Subotai shows up, you know, in 40 minutes from when the game starts, he brings with him a bunch more saboteurs. I don't remember how many exactly. And a couple hunting wolves as well, because just like in Genghis Khan 4. And himself. So it's not that big of an army. It's a nice castle spot. But yeah, with only one enemy, you just need to defend the Sojo River crossing. Like we're playing BF or something, or I guess more like Highland, but you can't build ships. It's even campier. Because at least BF, I guess it's kind of like BF, because you can chop through. When they're talking about onagers being able to cut through trees, well, it was only siege onagers back in the day, but regardless, this is where you do it, because you can cross on the ice here, and then you can SO your way to victory. But our economy is already doing pretty well, considering. Starting an imp with all of the eco upgrades is nice. Yeah, let's just get another one over here. Why not? Send a couple trebs and get to work. Again, try not to waste our saboteurs when we can blow them up when they're trying to cross the bridge. Just those for upgrades. Yep. These saboteur services have been officially called upon. Oh, damn it. Oh yeah, Magyar Hussars probably get bonus damage versus them. Probably why they exploded so quickly. Their splash damage is so hilariously large. Oh, hey. Freaking sniping my treb. Rude. Then we should just be missing Elite. And then Siege Engineers. We should be good to go. Come on, you can get him. You can take him. You can take him. You can see what I mean, though, by it's actually kind of hard to not win before Subotai shows up if you, you know, play it reasonably well. Anyway, we'll grab Elite as soon as we can afford it. Then we can just round out our army with whatever other siege units. I.e. siege rams. I.e. exactly siege rams. Anyway, they'll have a couple castles. They'll have one that's like right over here. Oops. Get a foothold over here. I mean, to be fair, even though if the army is potentially stronger, as Magyars compared to Teutons, their defenses are going to be a bit weaker. Like no fortified walls and stuff. Oh. Whoa! Whoa, 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 back up the truck! Never mind, they're cheating in keeps. Cheaters! There's Elite. Oh, Mangudai. Wait, what? No, attack the freaking castle. Oh yeah, let's get this guy. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, come on. Yeah, I still don't want to just send my saboteurs in against bombard towers and keeps and stuff. We're fine. Yes, I suppose we shouldn't let that Treb die. I never built a market, did I? Okay, little saboteurs, do your thing. They just exploded. What the heck? That is a ton of damage. Rip them. Whatever. Thanks, Heater. Perfect time as always. Anyway, here's the other castle. Also, they do build a wonder at some point, I believe. But like I said, I haven't, like, taken so long to beat the scenario where they actually get to that point in a very long while. Just build it in the place of their fallen castle. Assert dominance and all that. What? No, go it that way. Dumb ram. But other than this castle, they have a couple town centers. And if you kill those, we win. So even with things not going especially well, shall we say, we're gonna win with like 10 minutes left. Well, before Subotai arrives. And like, at this point, I would literally have to purposely sit around and not win the scenario just to wait for Subotai, and I'm not gonna bore you guys with that. And when I say bore you guys, I mean bore exactly myself. Where's the town center? Oh, it's over. I'm pretty sure they added a town center for... Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty over.
Subotai should be here in
And almost exactly 30 minutes.
to be late. Such is the fate of the Hungarians and all who would oppose the tribes of Mongolia.
There we go. Okay, just to briefly explain some of the other things that can happen in this scenario, because even though it's just pretty much a 1v1, they do have some interesting quirks and stuff. So I already talked about Subotai. He comes from like over here or something, with more saboteurs as well as 2 hunting wolves and himself. At some point, well, like I said, the Hungarians will build a wonder, and there is a wonder victory, so then you know, have a timer then if you haven't won at that point. Also, the Hungarians will blow up the bridge at some point. I think they even use some like demo ship and like being triggered in and then instantly exploding, just to have the visual effect of the bridge blowing up. And at that point you can't cross, so if you have to still defeat Hungary, you have to cut your way through here with onagers or trebs. Preferably onagers. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this scenario.
Us in the Atlantic Ocean, the Mongol Empire comprises 2 whole continents. Europe and Asia belong to the hordes. Every place we have entered has changed forever with our passing. Russia, once filled with quarreling city-states, much like the old Mongol tribes, will forever be melded into a single gigantic empire. Genghis Khan forged the largest empire ever created in the life of one man. His body was carried back to the river Ornlu, where the legendary Blue Wolf and Fallow Doe once lived. He
Hey!
was buried in the ground, and 1,000 horsemen rode over the site to disguise it. Genghis Khan's final resting place was devoured by the steppes. My people cherish the legend that their great ruler will one day return to lead his horsemen to another bloody victory.
Not quite. So that was Genghis Khan, my favorite campaign. Also, they get tributed 2,000 food and gold at some point. I forget when. Anyway, that was Genghis Khan. And next... I don't actually remember. It'll be a surprise. I mean, I'll figure out what it is. I just need to consult my little document that says all the campaign orders. But we'll see you guys for that next time.